And good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. Watching day number one, Throws Day at the NSAF Outdoor Nationals presented by Nike. Bob Acamian, Doug Bender with you from the new Hayward Field in Eugene, Oregon. And for those of us on the West Coast who don't see as much relay racing, this is another one of those exotic and lightly run events that is interesting to watch. The Swedish relay, the sprint acceleration, so to speak, from a 100 to a 200 to a 300 to a 400 anchor leg. And just to add to the spiciness, the 100 is run on a curve, and that's, of course, so you can finish up with a true 400 coming to the finish line. Now, those of you in the East are chuckling, saying, well, of course we run relays like this.
This one is a little unusual. I'm not too sure it gets run that often out of Sweden, you know. But the first time I ever heard about this was in 2016 at the Nationals. It was in Greensboro. And the reason it became so prominent that year is because Union Catholic was running it, and Sydney McLaughlin was the 400-meter leg on that relay.
Now, there you go.
She ran a split of 50.93 in the Swedish relay.
Jeez.
And Union Catholic won that race in 207.99. So that's sort of like if there's a high school record, that's it. 207.99 is not an easy time to get. And again, Sydney ran 50.9. I think at the time we were kind of thinking that might have been one of the fastest relay splits in high school girls' history. And here we are 5 years later. This race is being conducted at Hayward Field just days after Sydney McLaughlin broke a world record.
So we have two sections. Lane 4 is MVP League. Lane 5, the Homedale Hornets. Lane 6, Irish Track Club. Lane 7, Knights. Lane 8, CRT. So the 100 totally run on a curve. Starts on a curve. Finishes on a curve. And then to add to the fun, during the 200 leg, you're also breaking to the post. That's some serious action there. Over MVP League, that should be Kennedy Flynn on the second carry. And now another handoff on the curve. And here's the 300 leg. This is scheduled to be Virginia Behringer. And moving into the lead for Irish Track Club, Chloe Shedrick. What a challenge coming here. And of course, just placing your runners is interesting because for something like the 300, do you take a 400 runner and say run faster? Or do you take a 200 runner and say run longer? All depends on who you got. And it's dead even between Irish and MVP League.
Relays are such a huge part of this event, and there's, you know, all kinds of different sprint medleys and Swedish. It's kind of basically a sprint medley, and then the distance medley. And it's just a way for these kids to run with their friends, probably for the last time because it's the end of the season. So many of them are seniors, and this is like the one last chance to run with your buddies before you go off to college.
Wynn continues to lead for MVP League. Remember, this is the first of two sections. But MVP League has been strong from the beginning. Now here's a late challenge for second. Oh, there's a big challenge for second now with three teams, but it's going to be MVP League setting the pace at 2:16 mid. $2:16.47 for MVP League, and the race was secure here, but look at the battle for second. As the Homedale Hornets trying to hang on. Knights are third, then CRT, then